Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityaṁ Bhāgavata-sevayā Bhagavati Uttama-shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Ārādheyo Bhagavan Vrajeshitanayas Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachitupasana Vrajavadhu Vargena Kalpita Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Pramanamamalam Prema Pumartho Mahat Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu Tatradharana Para Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tam Shrimad Krishna Chaitanya Devam Vande Jagadgurun Yasyanukampaya Shvapi Mahabdim Santarat Sukham. Let us offer our humble obeisance to Lord Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, who is spiritual master of the entire world, by whose mercy even a dog can swim across a great ocean. Even a dog can swim across the great ocean. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear worshipable devotees, for taking out your valuable time to read, hear, discuss Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Thank you, Subala Prabhu, Rinki Mataji, Lakshya Prabhu, Preeti Mataji, for taking out your time. We are reading Canto 10, Chapter 29, from text number 26 onwards. We're going to read today. Just a quick background for what we have been reading in the last few days. Kṛṣṇa, the Gopis have come, they left their everything, and Kṛṣṇa is now tricking or speaking in a indirect language. Hey, why have you come here? To watch the trees? To watch the night blooming lotuses? Or maybe if you're done doing that, then you may go home. So he's a trickster. Basically, as you were talking, as one devotee asked, why is Krishna doing that? Basically, to enhance the rasa, the bhakti, the devotion, the love, the transcendental prema. So, and we were talking about the Naisargiki Rati also yesterday. And yesterday we were talking about some aspects of the Grihastha ashrama. Women who desire a good destination in the next life should never abandon a husband who has not fallen from religious standards, even if he's obnoxious, unfortunate, old, unintelligent, sickly, or poor. It applies to both, you know. So in short, not love at first sight, divorce at first fight. Rather, the Vedic culture encourages that there will be ups and downs. There will be some, no two people are same. So there will, when in India they say, oh, when two utensils are there, there will be sound sometimes, right? When two utensils like a plate and a spoon, or a spoon or a katori, there will be sound. It's okay. Let's not take those differences very seriously. Rather, let's try to work around those differences and try to keep Krishna at the center. And that's what is really required. Same applies women, men, women, it applies to both sides. If anyone has any questions before we move on to the next topic, connected to Grihastha, ashram, family, husband, wife, this, that, we can discuss those. Else we can continue to read. We got late yesterday. So there were some, I guess, pending questions. Maybe Rinki Mataji, you had some thoughts or questions. We can take those. And then Shilpa Mataji had some thoughts as well. I couldn't clearly get your question. If you want to speak or type, that might help. While questions are coming, let's move on to the next verse. Text 26, chapter 29. Krishna is speaking these verses himself to the gopis of Vraja. Aswargyam asyam cha aswargyam ayashasyam cha falgu krichram bhayavaham jugupsitam chas sarvatra hya apoptyam kulastriyaha. Translation: disciples of His Divine Grace. Abhicharanaravindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. For a woman from a respectable family, petty adulterous affairs are always condemned. They bar her from heaven, ruin her reputation, and bring her difficulty and fear. Hare Krishna. There's no purport here, but the translation is quite straightforward. So there is some more details Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur Pad is mentioning. So it looks like this, like as we see from the purports of Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur in the Shat Sandarbha, Sarartha Darshani, which is like commentary on the 10th canto. So he's explaining in more detail the mind of the gopis and the mind of Krishna and their conversation. So Krishna says, oh, you good girls, right? You're very good girls. By your nature, if you do things which are contrary to religious principles, then you'll not go to upper planets, which is heaven. The gopi says, we don't care for Swarga Loka, right? We don't care for Swarga. Narayana parasarve api na kutashna vidyati Swarga apavarga narkeshu api tulyartha darshini. So for a devotee, it doesn't matter Swarga Narka. Right? We know the famous story that when gopis were asked, will you give the dust of your lotus feet? You might have to go to hell for that. They said, we don't care. If it gives Krishna happiness, to hell with the hell. Right? Right? We can go live in hell for eternity if it gives moment of pleasure, happiness to Krishna. That's their love. We don't care for Swargaloka. Krishna says, but it will destroy your reputation. Aya shasyam. Reputation will be destroyed. Gopis are saying, to hell with the reputation. Dhik, right? We don't care for reputation. Krishna says, you're speaking falsely. Falgu mithyam. Gopi says, no, what we are saying is not false because we consider it to be of utmost importance. Krishna says, such affairs are troublesome, full of difficulties. Kṛṣṇam, the word is Kṛṣṇam. Due to the prohibitions of your husbands and others. The gopis say that trouble is rather the cause of the greatest happiness for girls like us who are full of raga. This is confirmed in the Shastra also. Krishna says that creates fear, bhaya vaham, for the body and for the one's next life, right? The gopis says, how can that be? This is the so-called fear is rather a foundation of experiencing rasa, as stated in the scripture, right? So this is like a very high level rasa we're talking about. Like in India, the example we say, in the kite in India, it costs maybe 1 rupee, 2 rupee, or 3 rupee maybe now with inflation, right? It doesn't cost hundreds of rupees, right? A kite. But children, when I was also like at that age, 8, 10 years old, they really like to run and catch that kite, luti hui patang, right? It costs only 1 or 2 rupees, but they will break their leg, they'll jump off the roofs, they will do anything like a warrior because there is more rasa in that. Right? So Krishna also says, I risk my life for stealing butter. If someone gives me butter, that's fine. But जो लूट के खाने का मजा है, that's different. So Krishna is ultimately coming from there. So Krishna says, I am risking my life. I'm risking so much to steal this butter. What do you think? I'm a beggar? Right? So here also the gopis are risking. And when we also take risk for Krishna, Krishna is very happy. Book distribution is risking ourselves, is it not? Someone will say, hey, look at these people. These are fools. They don't have any good thing to do. They are worthless, jobless people. It's like a big blow on the ego, right? Or someone will say, I am a doctor, I am an engineer, like a big manager in my company. To hell with that, right? People may say anything on the book distribution on the streets. But this is humility. This is a risk we are taking. And we have to take calculated risk. We are not saying give up home, family, and go on the streets. But at least for some time in a week, we can take little risk, very calculated little risk. The gopis took, they gave their everything. They risked their everything. Their chastity, their reputation. When they came to Krishna, they didn't know whether they will be accepted back because their very husbands, brothers, fathers, etc. did not allow them to go. Now, everyone in the family not allowing, with what face they will go back, and there is no hope that they will be accepted back because they went against all the social norms and the family. When love is forbidden and the doe-eyed beloved is difficult to attain, then the passion heart attached, the passionate love's heart becomes very attached. Separation, like love and separation, is even higher than love and union. These are very high, Madhurya Rasa flavors. In all times and places, Krishna says, in all times and places, paptyam, adulterous affairs are always condemned. Jugupsitam, for respectable. Even if you readily consent to bear all the condemnation, okay, you're ready to go to hell or you're ready to go to be disrespected, whatnot, still it's condemned. Krishna is saying. Therefore, please go back. Now, Krishna is saying, go back, go back, go back. But of course, Acharyas explain that the hidden meaning is, the alternate interpretation is as follows. Krishna is saying, elsewhere in the world, illicit affairs are condemned. Illicit affairs are certainly condemned. Premarital affairs, extramarital affairs, really condemned. Very, very dangerous, adulterous, condemned, and good, not even for material life, what to speak of spiritual life. But yogis have heard from the mouth of the Garga Muni that I am equal to Narayana. I am equal to Narayana. Thus, there is nothing contemptible in having me as the paramour. Since I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I transcend ordinary auspicious and inauspicious activities. Beautiful. So here, everyone in the world, including you, me, everyone, is allowed to have a paramour, provided that's Krishna. Full permission given in the Shastras, because Krishna is our real friend, brother, mother, father, lover, husband, wife, whatever relationship. And we have full permission as per scriptures to take full shelter. Because ultimately, we are all Krishna's property. We are all Krishna's children. We are all Krishna's, he is the what's that verse? Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram. He is the Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarva loka ka bhokta kaun hai? Krishna. He's the supreme bhokta. He's the supreme bharta, right? Not Bengan bharta. So bharta means pati. Like Bhavani Bharta. He's a Bharta, means he's one who protects, cares, gives shelters, poshan, toshan. He gives everything. So that paramour is good. And as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said this, externally, do your worldly duties. Internally, give your heart to Krishna. Krishna is not saying externally, try to act as if a big devotee and the heart is towards materialistic things. No, that's not good. Rather, externally do your household duties as a husband, as a wife, as an employee, as a mother, father, brother, whatever duties we have. We all have certain duties, but heart should be towards Kṛṣna. That's actually a paramour definition. As Srila Prabhupada explains, if the wife has a paramour, everyone understand the word paramour. In the Desi Hindi, it's like lafda, extramarital affair, right? Nice. The wife has a paramour, that means she has a husband, but she doesn't want the husband to know that she has a paramour, right? Because there will be a problem. So she will serve the husband more nicely than an average wife, so that the husband doesn't doubt anything. Correct? Of course, this is actually the scripture example. If we have to see in that light. So that basically, as a devotees, we have to do our duties nicely as a husband, as a wife, as a father, mother, whatever duties, so that the world does not say, oh, look at this, they're irresponsible devotees. They're chanting Hare Krishna, but they're so irresponsible. They're chanting Hare Krishna, but they don't, they don't talk properly, or they don't dress properly, or they we have to be careful. Because we are representing Prabhupada, representing ISKCON, representing Kṛṣna, Guru Parampara. So we have to be careful. So that's about paramour, and but ultimately full permission that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said. Internally, let's give it our heart to Kṛṣna. Externally, keep acting, right, as normal people do. So any thoughts, comments here in text 26? Can't we have a comment?
No. I just forgot to mute myself, sorry.
Very spiritual. There is one question by Rinki Mataji. Hare Krishna, karma can be changed. So it is a free will, or does karma affect in Krishna conscious life? It's a free will or karma? Does karma affect? I'm not sure if I understood that rightly. Hearing and chanting is enough for this Kali Yuga if you don't take initiation. I think there are two separate questions, right? If you can a little bit, okay, there are two separate questions. I got the question 2. I'm not sure if I understood question 1 properly. Karma can be changed. So it's a free will, or does karma affect in Krishna conscious life? Okay, let's read, maybe since they're not directly tied to the verses, we will come to those questions maybe the last 10-15 minutes and try to discuss them. Also, if you could elaborate a little bit more on question 1, that would be very helpful. Let's go to text number 27. Anyone would like to read, please?
Hare Krishna,
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, devotees, and afternoon, Hare Krishna, text number 27. Sravana darshana dhyanam mai bhavo anukritan nathatha sannikhe sena pratiyata tato grahan. Translation perfect by the disciples of His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki. Transcendental love for me arises by the devotional processes of hearing about me, seeing my deity form, meditating on me, and faithfully chanting my glories. The same result is not achieved by mere physical proximity. So please go back to your homes. Perfect. Lord Krishna is certainly presenting formidable arguments. So Hare Krishna Prabhu, as we know, Krishna is, kind of playing the tricks. He is saying something, but of course, in a different way. So, they're telling my deity form meditating on me and faithfully chanting my glories, the same result is not achieved. So even Prabhupada also mentioned that, I am present, with you from my books. And even with the Guru also, there's Vani Seva, Bapu Seva. Of course, both are very important. But Vani Seva, so I have heard that from senior devotee, Vani Seva is more popular. So here also Krishna is telling that, just hearing about me, meditating on me, faithfully chanting my glories is more, I think even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says this. These are correct.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Subala Prabhu, for this is a very, very beautiful verse, and I would encourage if anyone which wishes to memorize this. Very, very practical for sadhakas like all of us. Let's try to memorize if we can. If someone can memorize in the next 5 minutes, they get extra bonus. Words are easy. Let's go word to word, understand what Krishna is saying. Shravana, we all have heard this word, Shravanat, Shravanam, Kirtanam. Shravan is very, very important for bhakti. Shravan means to hear. What is the next point? So here Krishna is telling Shravan, point number 1. Okay. Then Darshana, second point. Dhyanam. Dhyan means meditating on the deities, on the Lord. The darshan, we all know, seeing the form. Then number 4 is anukirtana. Right? So 4 things Krishna is mentioning here, is it not? Right? Everyone knows these 4 words. Shravanam, darshanam or darshana, dhyana, right? Anukirtana. Anu means to follow, right? Subsequent chanting, like call and response, or someone is leading, we respond. That's also kirtan. Now, how should it be done? The mood is shared here, right? The mood is shared. What's the mood? Bhavo, with love. Yo me bhaktya prayachati. Krishna accepts everything. Krishna is bhavagrahi. So all these things, whether Shravana, Darshana, Dhyana, Anukirtana, should be done with bhava. Let's memorize the first 2 lines, or the first line as per Sanskrit. Shravana, Darshana, Dhyana. Shravana, Darshana, Dhyana. Mai bhavo Anukirtanat. Mai bhavo Anukirtanat. Right? Can someone say?
Can I say, Prabhuji?
Yeah, please try.
Shravanad, Kirtanad, Dhyanad, Mai Bhavo Nukirtanad.
Very nice. Almost there. Next. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yeah, I can try. Sravana darsana dhyanam mai bhavo anukirtana.
Wonderful.
Sorry. Anukirtanat.
Shravanat.
Sravana darsana dhyanam mai bhavo anukirtanat.
Wonderful. Everyone got this first line or first 2 lines? Very easy. 4 keywords are there. And how it should be done? With love. Mai bhavo, for me. Mai means for me, it should be done with love for Krishna. The Shravanam, hearing Krishna's glories. Darshana, viewing the deities. dhyana, meditation upon the Lord, his form, his pastimes, names, etc. And anukirtana, chanting. So in the first two lines, Krishna is saying what things will help. In the next line, Krishna is saying what won't help. Na tatha sanikarshena. You know the word akarshan? Akarshan means closeness, right? Proximity. So, na tatha sanikarshena. In the same way, the physical proximity will not help. We all know that there are many of Prabhupada's, many people met Prabhupada. Physically, they were close to Prabhupada, but they never took advantage of his association by hearing him, right? By anukirtan or anugaman, by following him. They never took advantage. Rather, there were some who never saw Prabhupada ever in their life, like His Holiness Niranjan Swami Maharaj. He never met Prabhupada face to face, ever. But still, such a great devotee. Why? Doing Shravanam, doing Kirtana, etc. That's more important. I think I shared in this class or some other class, I forgot. One devotee said to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I'll always hold your lotus feet. I won't go away. That means physical proximity. What's the word here used for physical proximity? Anyone knows? What's the word here used for physical proximity?
Sanikarshana.
Sanikarshana. Na tatha sanikarshana. Karshena. So he said, oh, I want to be in your sun nidhi, right? Sun means together. Sandhi, the word sanikarshana, physically like close, physical proximity. Prabhupada, he said, oh, I want to be always at your lotus feet. Prabhupada said, look at this bug, this fly, moving, but bothering me, very close to me, very close to my face, mouth, but causing disturbance. Rather, if someone is seriously following the teachings of the Guru, Prabhupada, etc., they are much more close in the mood, in the mission, in spirit, in every aspect. They will receive much more mercy of the Guru by following the Guru, following Srila Prabhupada. Na tatha sani karshena, not by physical proximity. Therefore, prati yata tato griham, the word grihan, we all know the word griha. Go home, tato. Therefore, tatah prati yata tato grihan, na tatha sani karshena prati yata tato grihan. Na tatha sani karshena, not by physical proximity. Therefore, prati yata tato grihan. Therefore, आप घर जाओ. In घर जाके क्या करो? Shravana, Darshana, Dhyana, Anukirtana, do all this, Krishna is saying in short. So let's recite it a few times while seeing, and maybe those master memory will recite without seeing it. Let's do it a few times. Let's try to memorize this beautiful verse. Anyone wants to recite?
Can I
Let's go.
recite something?
Yeah. Yes, Mataji, please.
Shravanad darshanad dhyanad mai bhavo anukirtanad na tatha sannikarshena tatyato tato grihan.
Wonderful. Next, anyone? Try to develop an image of this verse in your mind and try to recall without seeing, or like however you feel best to memorize.
Can I recite something?
Yes, Prabhu.
Krishna. Shravana dharshana dhyanan mai bhavo anukirtanad natha sanikare karshena pratityata tato grihanam.
Very nice. One more with seeing, next will be without seeing.
And recite, please.
Yes.
Shravanad darshana dhyana mai bhavo anukirtana na tatha sannikarshena pratiyata tato graham. Thank you.
Very nice. Everyone at least understood the verse in English? The four things: Shravana, hearing; Darshana, right? Taking darshan. What was the Dhyana? Meditating upon the forms. How? Mai bhavo, with love, right? And then Mai bhavo anu kirtanat, that the four things. These should be done. Not always longing for physical problem. Na tatha sanikarshena. Not by physical proximity. Tataha pratiyata, tataha grihan. Ghar jaiye aap. Krishna does not encourage sab chhod chhad ke aa jao. Of course, there's a hidden meaning also, but this is a nice lesson for immature people who are trying to renounce. What we have to renounce is here, the ego, the thing we have anything to renounce, right? Thinking ourselves as the master, proprietor, doer, etc. So na tatha sanikarshena pratiyata tato grihan. Ghar jaiye, oh my dear. Please return home. Now, who would like to try to recite this? Try to help. Please try. Shall I try?
I try
Okay.
before I forget.
You want to try? Shurma Mataji, go ahead without seeing.
Shravanad darshana dhyanan mai bhavo anukirtanad na tatha sannikarshena pratiyatu tato grihan.
Excellent. Excellent. Hari bol. All glories to you. Next, anyone?
श्रवणादर्शनात् ध्यानं मयि भावो अनुकीर्तनात् नातथा सनिकर्षेण प्रतियात ततो गृहान्.
Hari bol. Excellent. Dhyanan.
ध्यानान्.
Dhyanan. Mani na.
ध्यानान्. Yeah.
Very nice, Mata. Anyone else? Shravanat, right? Darshanat, Dhyanat, Mai Bhavo, Anukirtanat, Na Tatha. Try to do expressions also. The whole pastime is going, right? Shravanat, Darshanat, Dhyanat, meditating, with Bhava, Mai Bhavo, Anukirtanat, Na Tatha Sani Karshena, Prati Yato Tato Grihan. So in that, it's like a story with expressions, with meaning. We're not just memorizing the words, we're understanding the bhava or the meaning also. Anyone else wants to try before we move ahead? Is it helpful? Do you like memorizing verses?
Yes.
It's also good, we are getting into 30s, 40s, 50s. If we don't use our memory nerves or whatever in the head is, it will, we should use that machinery God has given us. Because earlier we used to memorize phone numbers, maps. Nowadays phone does that. We don't memorize numbers. We don't memorize movie songs. So we have to use something. Okay, let's memorize verses. Let's memorize Vaishnava bhajans, etc. It's the best use. Krishna has given us that memory. We don't use it, it will go down. I mean, it's a serious thing. Many people in old age, the tendency to forget things grows because we think, okay, education is only till 20, 25 years. But if we keep learning, always have that student mode, always have that learning mode on, then we'll keep learning, keep growing, keep using in Krishna conscious way. So full permission given. What's the verse number? Just those who like to, Canto 10, chapter 29, text 27. 10, 29, 27. Beautiful verse, which tells 4 things which Krishna recommends for developing attraction to him. It's like a theme, right? Four things Kṛṣṇa is recommending to develop attraction towards him. And anyone has any thoughts, comments, or wants to recite before we move on? Okay.
Just one point, Prabhuji. Sorry,
Yeah.
not to cut you, Prabhuji. Thanks for sharing that analogy, Prabhuji. It's like a lot of times, I feel like we didn't get association with senior devotees or Vaishnavas, but your example about Prabhupada really inspired. It's not that we need to understand the main purpose of Srila Prabhupada's writings and also his intention. Just not to serve, it's also just understand and serve him. And wherever we are, if we are sincerely serving, sincerely doing our bhakti, he's always there with us. Thank you, Prabhuji. I just want to share that.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. It's very, very powerful. And that's our whole mood. That, yes, Vapu Seva is important as and when possible. But Vapu is like body. We should serve the body, like, when we get chance to serve our spiritual masters, Prabhupada, etc., by Vapu Seva, body, physical Seva, like cleaning their clothes, cleaning their ashram, like making prasadam for them, or massaging their feet, etc., etc. These are all Vapu Seva. But more important is the Vani Seva. Vani means their instructions. If someone is doing Vapu Seva, but not following the instructions, what good is the Vapu Seva? Right? Think about your child. They say, "Oh, Dad, I really like you. I really love you. I'll massage your feet. I'll get water for you. I'll make a maybe nice roti for you, but I'll not obey your instructions. I'll not obey anything you say. No father, no mother will like it. So no, don't do all these things. I can manage. I can eat myself. You don't need to you take a morsel of rice and put in my mouth. I can eat myself. Don't worry. But I would be more happy if you do what I say. That means be a good student, do your homework timely, right? Whatever is expected, get up timely, be kind to others, things like that. Whatever the instructions, the father, mother, right? What will we like more? Think about as a parent, as a guru, as a teacher. Certainly, they'll like, okay, you follow the instructions, which are basically the Shastric injunctions. The same with the guru. Some people say, oh, no, I want to touch Guru's feet, touch Guru's feet. What does it really mean to touch Guru's feet? In India, many people want to touch Guru's feet just for some magic will happen. Magic doesn't happen like this. Of course, I'm not saying that it's wrong or proper mood should be required. Touching or getting the dust of the lotus feet, what does it mean? It means that we really take shelter. Taking dust of the feet of good, dust is like below the feet, right? That means I surrender my ego, myself completely. I'm a soul servant. Whatever they say will be my life and soul. That's like really taking dust. Because someone may not get chance to meet Guru, like the examples we shared. So, but the whole point is Vani. That really shows how much we are surrendering. And Kṛṣṇa knows, Guru knows, Prabhupada knows. So thank you. So Rinki Mataji has posted a question. Let's see. Every time we hear that that's karma, not all, whole family, not Krishna conscious life, we cannot force also. How karma affect our Krishna conscious? How to change karma? Especially in Gita, said that karma can be changed by changing activities. So if I do Krishna conscious activities, the karma will change to devotional bhakti. Is that correct? Yes. Short answer is yes. Karma, if one takes to bhakti, Krishna says, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vrajam tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishyami ma shuchaha. Do not worry. So in short, that's why we are here. We don't know what all bad things we have done in the millions of lifetimes. But what can we do now? Either we can keep crying about it, right, and do nothing, or we can take shelter of Krishna's words, who is the ultimately even the Maya Devi or the jailer, the Durga, she's the superintendent. She is working under the direction of the Supreme Lord. So if Krishna says, if Maya Devi, this person is very serious devotee, I'll take care of him. She says, okay, right? She doesn't get involved much then. Then whatever is orchestrated, then one may say, then why a devotee gets cancer? Why a devotee got an early death? Why a devotee got such a terrible disease? Right? This question may come if the karma is then gone. Then the point is that Krishna orchestrates that for a devotee. Now it may sound very illogical. Why would Krishna want to give suffering to his devotees? We are seeing from our limited understanding. We have to see from Krishna's eyes. Krishna, when he says, I protect my devotees, it's not just talking about material or physical protection. It's talking about protection of the soul, right? So in short, the answer is yes. And that's why we are here. Destiny can be changed. Karma can be changed. There are multiple stories in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam also about this. This concept and how bhakti can karmani nirdhayati kintuja bhakti bhajam. We're talking about grantha. We're talking about shastra. The shastra is also shastra. The shastra cuts all the knots of karma or the granthi. The granth cuts on the hriday granthi or the knots of attachment in the heart. Question 2 is, hearing and chanting is enough for the age of Kali Yuga? Hearing and chanting is Bhagavad Dharma. It's very important, very, very important. At the same time, we are not pure souls. Therefore, Pancharatriki Vidhi is also recommended, like worshipping, deities, etc. Sadhu Sangha is most important, which will lead to hearing, chanting, etc. Now, the question may come, if we do not take initiation, well, if the mood, why would not someone, if someone understands scriptures rightly, why would they not want to take initiation? That's my question. If someone understands, the scriptures are saying, the Bhagavad Gita begins with basically Arjuna taking shelter, right? So many times scriptures say that one must approach a bona fide guru, tad vidhi pranipatina. So many verses are there. Take shelter, serve him. Basically, why would someone not want? So this not wanting attitude is not good. It could happen that due to certain circumstances that, let's say, one is aspiring for initiation, one seriously want, but who knows what can happen tomorrow? We don't know, right? Let's say you want it not happening. I think, Mataji, this is our more little bit, if it's you want it and not happening, why it's not happening, right? Again, I'm not going into all the details. Who are you aspiring from? How long you have been chanting? This needs more discussion. You have complete the requirements. Have you approached your authorities? These are all a little bit more discussion, which can happen one-to-one. If you are interested, we can have that. Which temple do you go to and things like that. So I think it's a little bit more we can discuss one-to-one and ultimately pray to Kṛṣṇa to arrange, right? He'll arrange. If we are sincerely praying, trying, he'll arrange. Okay. Okay. I hear you, Mataji, and please send me a WhatsApp, or let's set up some time tomorrow and we can discuss it tomorrow. More one-to-one to see like whom are you inspiring from, and you have my WhatsApp, right? It might be what. Okay, you can email me. That's fine. You have my email to email me. Okay. Okay, I'll post. Maybe someone can post. That would be helpful. Let's read the next verse. Anyone would like to read text 28? Let's take a pop quiz. Who can recite the verse 27? Anyone? We just memorized it. Anyone? Come on, try. Okay, who can say in English at least? Devaki Mataji, you are speaking.
We try, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Shravana Darshanam Dhyana Bhava Anukirtanat Natatha Sanikarshena Pratiyam
Tato Grihan. Excellent. Thank you so much. Let's read the next verse. Anyone wants to read text 28? See what should be. Yeah, please.
Iti vipriyamana karnya gopyo govinda bhashitam vishnana bhagna sankalpas chintam apudurakhyayam. Translation. It's 28, Maharaj. It's 28. Sukdev Goswami said, hearing these unpleasant words spoken by Govinda, the gopis became morose. Their great hopes were frustrated and they felt insurmountable anxiety. Therefore, the gopis did not know what to do. They considered falling at Krishna's feet and crying for his mercy, or perhaps remaining aloof and going back to their homes. But they could neither of these things, and so felt great anxiety. So again, the gopis are perplexed by what Krishna is saying, whether to go home or to stay with Krishna, because Krishna is giving the lesson here that he can be achieved, he can be worshipped only by darshan, kirtan, and shravanam, and not necessarily coming necessary to him physically. So they're still perplexed when Krishna is telling, no, go back home, it's not good that you're here. That's all, Prabhupada, back to you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So I forgot to read the meaning from text 27. There was no purport, but Krishna Chakravarti Thakur has given some more details. So let's read that, and then we'll also. So 27 was the 4 Shravana, Darshana, Dhyana, Kirtanat verse. So the gopis are saying, we have not come for physical proximity. Krishna is saying, right? Na tatha sanikarshena, right? So gopis are saying, oh, we have not come for physical proximity. We understand the words of Gargamuni, that you are Narayan himself. Thus, we have come for the desire to attain devotion. Mai bhava anukirtana. Therefore, let us stay here tonight to serve your lotus feet. Fearing this statement, Krishna speaks this verse. It is well known that the pure devotees, right, do not desire the perfection of samipya, salokya, and other benefits. Rather, they desire always to hear and chant. So in short, perfect pure devotees, especially in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara, we were discussing that how Lord Chaitanya told Rupa Satra Goswami, you go to Vrindavan. Well, they were right there. Like, come on, like this is big thing. If Krishna says, oh, I have come here to Tampa, but no, you go to Charlotte and serve there, but I'll stay in Tampa. Krishna, Supreme Lord himself comes and says, how many of us will be eager to do that? It will be hard, right? Won't it be hard? Krishna comes to your city, your very city. The Supreme Lord Narayan, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahāprabhu himself is staying in that city, and he says, no, you go to Charlotte and serve there. How many of us will go? It will be hard. That's the Gaudiya Vaishnava mood, right? Rather, desire to hear and chant about the Lord. The alternate meaning is that the process of hearing about me does not give rise to conjugal love bhava, as much as direct contact with me. Therefore, do not go home. So, multiple meanings Krishna is giving in the last, I think, 4 or 5 verses, 5, 6 verses he has spoken. Externally, he's saying, go back home, tata pratiyata tata grihan, right? Go back. This is not suitable for you pleasant, chaste ladies. Go back. Last, how many verses actually? From text 21, I believe Krishna started. Is it not? Or quite a few verses he has spoken that Krishna is telling, go. Yeah, 18th onwards, right? So almost 10 verses he is speaking that go home. Different way. Oh, you have to come here. Have you seen the environment, the birds, the deers, everything is nice? Okay, go home. Right. So now Shukdev Goswami says that they were simple young gopis. They were in great anxiety. Well, we left our everything and now you're saying go home. They were morose, they were sad, right? Their hopes were frustrated. They felt unsurmountable anxiety. So they were like really like tensed in anxiety, etc. The gopis could not see a reason for Krishna's rough words, rough words, and they were doubtful of the hidden affection of in his unspoken words. Due to the feelings of humility which arose from their sthāyi bhava, the gopis became morose. That person for whom we have neglected everything, right? Gopis are saying the person for whom we neglected our husbands, families, children, responsibility, gravity, fear, shame, is now neglecting us because we are not good enough for him. This is the mood of a devotee. No, I know I don't deserve Krishna. I'm not good enough. This is how a humble devotee always feels. Some people say, why is Krishna not showering mercy? No, I have so many anarthas. I have so many shortcomings. I need to work on those. Not think, no, I am qualified, I desire, I am very capable, and blah, 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 blah. Seeing your aspirations smashed to pieces, the gopis became very anxious and thinking, should you make a show of your very humbly holding Krishna's feet and crying, begging to remain here? If they're thinking, should we do this? Like beg, hold Krishna's feet? Or we try to remain sober, feigning aloofness and return to Raja? Or they're thinking, should we remain sober or should we like start crying and hold Krishna's feet to allow us to be here? is there. Or perhaps we should just give up our lives in the presence, in his presence, or secretly drown in the Yamuna. But if we end up our lives, how will we be able to see Krishna's sweet face again? This is their law. How will we be able to, as he has ordered us to eat the vomit of service to our husbands and other relatives? This is a little high. To eat the vomit of a service to. So Krishna says, go back, serve your husband, do your duties, right? It's like eating the vomit. That's what the gopis are comparing. Of course, don't try this at home. How can we maintain ourselves? Where will we go? And what else will we do anyways? The gopis were like the Chataki birds upon whom Krishna poured the poison of his flute's vibrations. Being overwhelmed, the gopis trusted him and willingly drank that poison without hesitation. Did Krishna suddenly give up his normal quality of being easily approachable? Krishna's one of the qualities, he's easily approachable, but now he seems to be not easily approachable. He's saying, go, 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 last 10 verses. But ultimately, he's saying not go. Because the child asks something, let's say, hey, mom, I need a new bike. And tomorrow you get a new bike. Will you like it? Maybe yes. But if you say, no, you can't get this bike. Sorry. 2 days later, he comes again. Mom, I really want that bike. Can I get it? My friends have that bike. I really want that. No. You are too little, giving some other reason. You may break your hand. You may break your leg. Maybe we'll see next year. He comes after 1 week. Mom, I really want that bike. Please, 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 I beg you. I hold your feet, crying. Okay, maybe we'll see. I'm not sure. I'll talk to dad and we'll see. I mean, you're still little and your other bike is still good. Why do you need a new bike? And blah, blah, blah. And like that, what is happening? This is a material example, but just trying to understand the mood. His eagerness to get that is growing. Is it not? And after, let's say, 3 months, after a lot of failed attempts, if you finally give that, the joy the child gets after getting the bike day 1, if you would have given, and 3 months, would that joy, the quantum of that joy different? Yes, you all agree that after 3 months of persistence, he gets it. It'll be like much, much, much more. That's what is happening kind of here as well. Right? Do you agree? This example kind of fits in to understand to some extent what high philosophy we are reading. Any thoughts, comments before we wrap up for today? Anyone has any comments, questions, thoughts? No? Okay, bonus 10, 29, 27. Anyone wants to recite before we wrap up? For those who have not yet recited, especially, or those who feel confident to recite. Who has memorized 4 things to get close to Krishna? Yes, Ruby Mataji, please go ahead. I think you have memorized it. No?
Prabhuji. Sravanat darsana dhyanan mayi bhavo anukirtanat na tatha sanikarsena pratiyata tata grihan.
Haribol. Excellent. Thank you. Those who feel inspired can also memorize. offer it to the Lord daily and you get close in your heart. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki jai, Jagat Guru Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samaved Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhya cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol, Prabhuji.
Hare Bol.